Let's face it, we've all been there. At some point while on a weight loss journey on a GLP1, you ate too much food. Whether you are first starting out or you've been at this for a while. So what can you do once you've already done it? Well, I'm going to tell you. Hey everybody, it's Allie. I'm on a fantastical weight loss journey and hopefully you'll come along for the ride. So today I'm going to be making a video about a very, very commonly asked question. What do I do when I accidentally overate and now I feel like absolute garbage? I need this to stop. So whether you are just starting out or you've been on this journey for a while, face it, it happens to all of us. You overeat, and because of these medications, right, you feel like there's a brick in your stomach. You may feel nauseated. You just feel like crap. And you want to do everything you can to get out of that because it doesn't feel good. Step one is the most important step. And if you don't have this already on hand, you need to stop whatever you're doing and you need to order a digestive enzyme. These things are fantastic. And no, I'm not trying to sell you anything. And no, I'm not recommending some ridiculously expensive digestive enzyme because it's not necessary. As a matter of fact, I'm going to link one down the description box for you that is super cheap. It tastes good. It's easy to eat and it works phenomenally. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about digestive enzymes. So you ate too much. The first thing that's going to happen is your body is going to start breaking down the food. But remember, we've got this delayed gastric emptying, so you're looking at potentially feeling like crud for the next few hours. And a digestive enzyme is really going to help with that. So I recommend that in this specific instance, when you take a digestive enzyme, you take more than is what is recommended. So for example, if you're taking one like the one that I have linked down below, which is the papaya enzyme, it tastes fantastic. If you're doing that one, I believe the recommendation on the bottle, don't quote me on this, is like 2 to 3 of these little tiny chewable tablets. I will double that because whatever your body doesn't use, it can just very easily move through your digestive system. It's not going to cause you any harm. If you're concerned about that, absolutely talk to your doctor. But what I do is I double whatever the recommended dose is. Now, if you're doing, a different version, you may want to look at that. I know, especially with the capsules, they can take a little longer to kick in, right? Because your body has to then break down the capsule for it to start working. It's one of the reasons why I really love the papaya chewable, because you just chew it up and boom, Bob's your uncle. You're done. It's already in your system going to work. So if I'm taking them just regularly, just to aid in digestion in general, I take the recommended amount. If I've eaten too much and I'm now in discomfort, I will double the dose. So that's your first step. Second step is you need to be aware that you don't need to be putting anything else into your system for at least an hour or two. So that means don't drink a bunch of water. That means don't drink a diet soda. That means don't eat something else, right? So you need to be mentally keeping track of, okay, I just finished eating. What time is it? Let's start a little mental timer. Okay, I finished eating. It's 2 o'clock. So I don't want to put anything else in my stomach for at least 2 hours. Now, if you do this at dinner time and you're going to be going to bed shortly thereafter, I highly recommend that you stay up. And what I mean by up is not just awake, that you stay in an upright position. So your digestion is working better, right? Because you're not laying down. And it gives your body more time to really break down that food. So if it's time for you to go to bed and you're still feeling kind of yucky, let's say it's been 2 hours, I recommend staying upright because that will really help you. The other thing that you don't want to do, and I've seen people post this in various support groups, you don't want to try to put other over-the-counter medications on top of it. Let that digestive enzyme do the work, right? Between your own digestion, your digestive enzymes, you're not putting anything else in there. Let it do the work. Are you going to be uncomfortable? Yes. You might have some gas, you might have some sulfur burps, you may have a little bit of nausea. You may be tempted to take something else like Pepto for the nausea or something like that. Don't do it. You're just going to prolong your discomfort. Let those digestive enzymes get to work in there and let your body break down all the food that you've eaten. Once you've kind of gone past the 2-hour mark, for example, if you did this at breakfast or lunch, really look at how am I feeling now 2 hours later. So let's say it's been 3 hours or 4 hours and it's time for your next meal and you're still not feeling well. Do not dump more food on top of that. Don't drink a protein shake, right? Because your body is still working through all of that food. If you put more in there on top of it, not only is it going to not necessarily negate what the digestive enzyme is doing, but you've only got so much in your system. You'd have to take digestive enzymes over again, and you're not feeling good again, right? So don't compound the issue by eating more. Now, I am a firm believer in eating multiple times a day. I do not recommend eating once a day. In this specific situation, this is one of the very, very few times that you will hear me say, if you need to postpone a meal because you overate, let's say at breakfast, and you get to lunchtime and you still feel like you have a brick in your stomach, go ahead and postpone that meal. But if you start to get hungry later, right, after lunchtime, or you start to feel better, then either go ahead and eat your lunch then or do a snack. You can do something light, right, to kind of test the waters and see how you're feeling. Then that would be the time to eat. Most of the time when I see people posting about overeating and it causes so much discomfort, it's usually around dinner time. So again, whatever you're doing, whether it's during the day or at night, make sure that you stay upright because that is really going to help you with your digestion, and those digestive enzymes are going to continue to work. Now, you may want to take digestive enzymes for the next few meals, right, to help you. And that's perfectly fine, especially if you're doing the papaya digestive enzymes. I can only speak to those because those are the ones that I've used during this journey. So specifically with the papaya enzymes, you can take them at every meal. If you choose to go with a different digestive enzyme, you want to read the packaging. You know, if you have questions, definitely talk to your doctor so that you can get the best advice, because not all digestive enzymes are created equally. So just keep that in mind. The papaya digestive enzyme is more of a natural digestive enzyme. I say that loosely. It's still a processed enzyme, but so you can, and it says right on the bottle, you can take it with every meal and it's perfectly fine. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you give Kevin a thumbs up because he is sleeping on the job today. And if you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you. If you haven't already found a positive support group and you have questions and you need help, make sure you check out that link in the description box below. If you're looking for the link to the digestive enzyme, it will also be in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.